And we are live.
Hello everyone! So we're back at the West Regional Tournament here in Arizona, and we're about to get the game started here on Field 2. We have Salt Lake Quidditch Club against TC Frost. You have Cornelia Zana on the microphone along with Jonathan Ramirez doing
Hello,
the commentary today.
We don't have anything for Salt Lake. We might have TCQC. There, we should at least have that one.
Great. So we have brooms up, and it looks like TC Frost has the quaffle. They're starting to move up with number 33, Terry Carlson.
They're slowly moving forward with the defense as they're not in possession of both quaffles.
And pass by the hoops. Wide pass to the back. TC is really trying to spread that field and make those moves. No good.
84.
And going for that bounce into the hoop, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work out.
I don't think it would have counted either. Weren't they BB4?
I believe so. Our photographer is in the way. Salt Lake coming down the field, trying to move the ball around. We have George Williams as the keeper, ball carrying. Pass
That's
back.
gonna be so hard to tackle Williams. And he's gonna drive, nothing gonna stop him, and that's
easy score. Salt Lake may not have huge numbers, but they do have big bodies today that will easily make drives through the opposing teams.
And they still retain bludger control. Oh no, they didn't. TC Frost has bludger control. Trying to screen. I wonder why they have... Oh, they're opening wide, yeah. Back in from the left.
And trying to go in and quick pass to the hoop, and that's a goal. Score is currently 10-10.
Is it only one Williams today? Let's see the other one.
I think we might have only one of the Williamses on the field today, even though they usually come as a squad on the team.
The pair. Ooh,
George
nice.
Williams again with the quaffle passing off. Oh, and that was almost a steal. George has the ball once again and running, driving down the field, going for that score, and he gets taken down. Trying to go for that pass, and it's a turtle from TC Frost. Not quite the look that Salt Lake wanted out there.
I still think Williams had an extra step in that play. He could have taken it in.
Mm-hmm.
It is a long day though. I think this is their third or fourth game. Switching the field.
Ooh, going for the long pass, long
are-
shot.
They are not going to be able to let number one be back there. It's a good shot.
Score is 20-10. Salt Lake is down, and they have the ball moving up the field with George Williams once again. From what I've been hearing, Salt Lake is struggling a little bit with their gender breakdowns today. So it looks like their female and GNC players are going to get a lot of minutes on the field. Allen with the ball, passing back to George Williams. It's starting to get windy out here in Arizona, even though we have a beautiful sunny day with no clouds, but the wind does complicate things when you're trying to pass the ball. It can veer off course quite easily.
Going to have to get for short, quick passes.
George passing back to Allen up top, who's trying to find an opening, moving around, passing off to the side, and player gets
Advantage called, but that's probably going to be contact from behind.
Looks like the refs are discussing the play. And this might be a card, perhaps?
Looks like number 1, yellow card, contact from behind. Nice, going for
that. Oh, pass to the back, and tall players getting those alley-oops is always a very, very fun play to watch. Score is 20-20.
Keeping it close in the early minutes.
It looks like Salt Lake is once again leaving number 1 from TC Frost open. That's Noah Leiden. Quick passes back and forth, moving the ball around, trying to get Salt Lake out of their spots. Ooh, going for that deep pass, doesn't quite work out. Number 1 gets beat.
Clear.
TC Frost is with bludger control.
Ooh, miscommunication on the trade.
And trying to find that opening. We have switched keeper to, I believe that is Braden, doing a little dance on the field while hanging out with the quaffle.
Got to keep the crowd entertained.
Feel the pressure or the need to move forward. Salt Lake is really taking their time with their passes, trying to find the openings and the drive opportunities.
22 is going to be hard to take down.
Ooh,
such a big boy.
Beats there, open up the space, but he gets wrapped up and the ball is out. Almost went for a quick break there for TC Frost. Number 99, Zeke Majeski seems to be very eager to take the ball down the field, but the Bludgers are stopping.
New beater pair with 30, I think that's a 38, right?
Moving in, going for that pass. Ooh! Tried to once again slap that ball into the hoop, but that didn't quite go as planned. Alex Obenar is also in as a chaser. I believe TC Frost is looking to make some stops to those drives. Salt Lake is trying to loop around, find those openings, but they get pressured back behind the line. That is a reset used for Salt Lake. Raiders are caught up behind the TC Frost hoops. And an attempt at a shot, but that does not go as planned. That misses the hoop. Score is still 20-20.
I think after the reset, they had to go for that play. It's not, at least to get it behind the hoops for no fast breaks. But this new beater pair on TC Frost holding down the fort.
Ooh, beaters fighting for those bludgers. On the beater line for TC Frost, we have Gracie Johnson. TC Frost is communicating, trying to figure out the best strategy to stop those drives as they have been for the past few minutes.
Definitely going to need the 2 to stop their driving force on Salt Lake. Gets 1 or 2 steps in, and I would advise anybody to get out of the way. Looks like they win the beater trick.
Trying to go for some quick beater plays there. Looks like TC still maintaining control. Oh, a great catch by the Salt Lake beater, sending the Bludgers back to their side. Making the TC Frost beater run all the way to the edge of the field. Trying to slow down the game. Noah Leiden with the quaffle on the side of the field, assessing his passes, and no good
clear.
for that shot.
Clear.
Right now they got No.
Both sides have been unmoving on the scoreboard for a little while now. They seem to be making stops, but they also seem to be making mistakes that are costing them those shots. A lot of side of the hoop, under the hoop situations. Ooh, driving through, and
Ooh, nope. I don't think that first dunk was good, but they called it.
Looks like
Keeper
that will
resets
be
it.
called good.
Oh no!
Oh no! Accidental
And it's
pass to the Salt Lake keeper from TC Frost.
Oh.
And a great long beat, giving the ball back to TC Frost. Oh, that was a very, very close beat opportunity.
I think time is 10 minutes.
Score is 30-30.
I think they have a new chaser in number 90. Can't see it. Hawk is in the way. I believe so.
We got Seth Swenson
I was literally like, I don't know.
coming in. Another tall player.
Vegas players are.
Salt Lake moving around, passing the ball back to George Williams, who is once again the keeper. Beaters are making moves, clearing up the field, but there doesn't. Oh, and there goes George Williams. Great pick set by his teammate. That leads to another score for Salt Lake. And the
Something
score
that
is
makes
30-40.
Williams such a great asset is that he has the size, but he is going to outrun you if you give him the chance. He is very light on his feet.
Yes.
Number 8 is new on the field. Emma Pearsons.
Emma Persons. TC Frost passing around the ball, trying to move those Salt Lake beaters, and they are succeeding in getting them out of that play. Ooh, and that's a missed beat that leads to a score.
Oh, there was a good beat.
Oh, guess that beat was good. That's still a goal.
It's tough.
Game is 40-40, really going point for point here. For anyone just tuning in, we are at the West Regionals in sunny Arizona. We have Salt Lake City Quidditch Club playing against TC Frost. And we have a timeout called by Salt Lake, potentially to try and break that point for point stride that has been going on in the game.
I just don't think they have the numbers to break the point for point. It's going to be tough. The strategy both of them are doing, it's 2, and whoever has bludger control, so it can shift. Although I think TCQC has lost both of their games today. I know they lost against, I think they lost against Anteaters. What was their other game? Do I have a schedule here?
Yes, the previous game for TCQC was Anteaters, and the wind is picking up once again here, trying to blow all of our papers away. And we are getting back on the field, wrapping up the timeout called by Salt Lake. Let's see if this brief pause will shift the tides for either one of the teams, as they're pretty evenly matched point for point right now.
TC Frost starting with bludger control, always a good thing. Couple subs coming in from Salt Lake. New beater also.
George Williams taking down the Quaffle.
Having them locked down. Two big players. That was a beautiful block and a beat.
TC Frost really pressing them up high, going for that pass and that reset back into their safe zone. And quick pass, ooh, intercepted by number 90 on TC Frost. That is Seth Swenson. And quick drive, taken down.
Tackle.
Salt Lake takes down the TC Frost keeper, and it looks like we have an injury.
I think it might be a cramp. That's what happens with your roster being
Small and overworked. It's honestly very exciting that this is a 2-day tournament. Gives teams a bit of a break between days to recuperate a little as they go into a second round of games.
Those 10 hours of rest really make a big difference.
makes for great upsets too.
That's true. Which teams can adjust, improve, improvise.
Usually having numbers help.
Having subs to jump into the field is always a perk.
It's a competitive advantage.
It's always pretty intimidating playing against teams that have big players like TC Frost and Salt Lake. Just speaking from the Lost Boys experience that both me and Johnny are on, you really have to find ways to get around them when you're a smaller team, and that's when things like quick passing come in handy, because those players can just pick balls right out of the air when you are not expecting it.
Probably even ignore you. They just have the ball
Yeah.
in the air.
As someone who is only 5'3", let me tell you, I can't reach that high.
Got to go for the quad if you want to take those downs. Looks like Williams is
George
making a break.
Williams. Ooh, quick pass and the slap into the hoop. It looks like it finally worked.
That was beautifully communicated mid-pitch. That's synergy right there.
50-40, Salt Lake City is up. Quaffle is with TC Frost.
They're gonna have to do
Number 99 passing off to the side. And Quaffle goes back up top to Terry Carlson, who seems to have just jumped into the field. Moving around, going straight down the field for that shot, and it's no good. Bounces off the hoop.
I think TC Frost can do some more penetration of the defense. I think they're going for a quick shot way too fast.
Yeah, and those shots have been pretty hit or miss so far. They are not able to go as deep as people like Williams are able to. Oh, jumping for that, catching that pass. Not quite connecting. But still trying to find that opening for Salt Lake.
Oh, what a beautiful block.
And that was a block, and that was a goal. Really fighting through that. Salt Lake Chasers very excited about that play, as they should be. Got TC Frost with the Quaffle. Carlson currently ball carrying. Majeski is up for support. And we have two chasers going in deep behind the hoops.
Keep baiting him out.
Ooh, and taken down by number 20 on Salt Lake. That ball still remains in TC hands. Lob pass to the back to seemingly no one.
Oh.
Seemed like a miscommunication.
The beaters are playing amazing from Salt Lake.
And passes and another score by George Williams. Oh, stoppage of play. Looks like might have been a beat before in question.
It was a beautiful give and go, though.
Yeah. Williams has a great chemistry with everybody.
Yes. He really has a great view of the field and the available options. Just having played with him, he's a really reliable ball carrier to have on the field.
I think they called beat before, though, so the goal wasn't good.
Goal is no good. Score is currently... Goal is good.
Okay. I don't know what they were calling.
Score is currently 40-70. Salt Lake is starting to take the lead. Still within snitch range for TC Frost, and I expect we'll be seeing a couple more goals until that moment comes. Pass back to Majeski, number 99. He's trying to communicate and organize his chasers, looking for that opening. Passing all the way deep. Oh! And almost a missed pass. But that is a good shot, and that's a goal for TC Frost.
That was just an unfortunate beat. Or misbeat, rather.
It's always frustrating when you have those moments of, silly fumbles of the ball or silly misses of your broom when you've never dropped your broom before. And we have a fresh keeper in for George Williams. Just taking a breather on the sidelines after scoring a whole bunch of goals. And that was pass deep, but the chaser was taken down and the ball is back in TC Frost hands.
Great positioning, though. Just got to be a little quicker on the... Because they had a player right at the hoops they could have just dished to. Number 1 is hunting all the way back again. Number 9 on Salt Lake looks like they're going to go for a block for man on defense. Still Salt Lake with beater control.
TC Frost beater is hunting from behind the hoops, trying to go for a bludger. And so far, TC Frost, loses the control that they tried to gain. No good shot. Oh, a missed beat. And that might have been a second reset.
I think it was.
Which is Quaffle turnover.
Who gets the bludger there? Oh, reset to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Almost at intermission.
For anyone watching that is not familiar with the new rules, at 20 minutes the game ends, or last possession is called, and there is a 1 minute break. Trying to go for that pass, find that opening. Taken down and beat out. TC Frost still holding on to the quaffle.
Very gentle tackle. Very sportsmanlike.
So as we were saying, the game stops at 20 minutes. That's when last possession is called, at which point there is a 1 minute intermission. And the next part of the game starts with the snitch and a countdown for the seekers. Snitch is worth 35 points.
Thank God for those extra 5 points. No more guessing. Who caught the snitch this time? It's like TC Frost moving with bludger control. Has great, like where he ends is just great. They're just not connecting with him.
Constant movement in the back there from number 1 on TC Frost. Number 21 up top with a quaffle. Alex Obenor trying to find that pass, find that opening, trying to juke out. Great pass, great connection.
And that was the last possession, I believe.
Seems to be a bit of a confusion on whether that was the last possession.
There it is.
And that's the last possession. We were 20 minutes taking out a short intermission before our snitch comes in.
And the score is 6-7.
Set score is going to be 140.
We have Tyler Hodges as our snitch, getting ready. Say hello to our viewers.
Hi, Mom.
Tyler, it might be TC Frost's opportunity to get back up to speed with Salt Lake.
What would you say has changed now that the snitch does not immediately end the game? I believe there's a less focus on it on defense, right?
Yeah, I definitely think the strategy has changed. There's also been a change in the gender rule numbers for snitch on pitch, which has definitely forced teams to adjust who they put on the field during that time. But as much as I miss, the hype of that snitch catch finishing the game, I do like that it gives teams sort of an opportunity to catch up, and it really can turn the game around when you don't expect it.
And those losses where you just need one more point can definitely sting a little bit. Set score has also been interesting. Set score is 7 extra points or 6 extra points? 7?
Set score is 140 right now.
A pull from Seattle will allow them to be 4 points from victory.
And we're getting back on the field, ready to start the second part of the game. Set score is 140. Whichever team hits that score first wins the game.
It could be in 20 minutes, it can be in 50 minutes.
Score is currently 60-70, and the Seekers are getting ready to enter the pitch.
Oh, I heard, but I heard this talking, and I was like,
TC Frost coming in with the first look at the snitch. Ooh. Salt Lake opening up an opportunity for their seeker. In the meantime, TC Frost is with the quaffle coming down the field. TC Frost seeker getting another look all by themselves, while the Salt Lake Seeker is being kept at a distance by the TC Frost beater.
I will criticize this a little bit there. It looks like they're focusing bludger control on defense to not let them run crazy with the score. But you have control. I think you can challenge the Seeker a little bit more. But I think it's what we said, that on offense is when there's going to be focus, and on defense is going to be focusing on quaffle play.
And the score is pretty close at this point. It's 60-70, so it could be anyone's game.
Oh.
And Salt Lake Seekers coming in. It looks like the TC Frost Seekers immediately switching to a defensive tactic, trying to keep the other Seeker away, who's not trying too hard to get in the action. Oh. Now is the opportunity to make a move while the beaters are preoccupied chasing quaffles around the field. Meanwhile, a lost opportunity opportunity by Salt Lake for that goal. TC Frost takes back the quaffle and goes for a drive, a quick run, and a no good shot at completely open hoops. TC Frost is still with a quaffle, aiming to get that goal stopped by the keeper, who is going for a fast break, running down the field, and scores.
That's the cost of your beaters on the snitch.
Snitch takes the broom out of the Seeker's legs. I do remember, I can't recall which tournament it was. It might have been one of the national tournaments, but I remember that the Snitch kept taking the Seekers' brooms out and throwing them away, causing the Seekers to keep running back and forth to pick up their broom, tag, and come back in. I'm sure it was a great time for the Snitch. It was very frustrating to watch as a team. Oh, going for that quick dive, misses the Snitch, unfortunately. Meanwhile, TC Frost trying to find an opening to drive that ball in. Beaters are threatening with some throws. Ooh, not a good shot. Not a score for Salt Lake. Score is currently 60-80. Set score is 140. Ooh, a lot of close calls by that Seeker on TC Frost.
Williams back on the pitch. Little
Pass to the back and going for that shot. Not quite making it through the hoop. Ooh, a lot of cuddles going on in the field right now, trying to rip that quaffle out of the TC Frost player's hands, who seems to have a very good grip on it. Meanwhile, the TC Frost Seeker is still trying to go for that snitch, completely uncontested. The beater is keeping the opposing Seeker at bay, and that is another goal for Salt Lake.
It looks like their strategy's paying off. They are not paying attention to the snitch, and they are up 3 points. 30, forget.
Three goals, 30 points, same thing.
Forget which one's the official one. New Seeker on number 1, Leiden, going for a defensive seeking. So Salt Lake looks to get a look in. I think Frost changed their strategy now, focusing on the quaffle. Salt Lake looks like they're taking the ball. Oh. Looks like TC Frost was able to stop a fast break. Ooh, almost. TC Frost is going for the grab. Changing levels and changing to a defensive stance with Salt Lake threatening a grab. Salt Lake looks to be changing where they're attacking from. Head ref calling for advancement of the quaffle. Wrapping up. Oh. Ball carrier, Salt Lake going for another fast break, and he's beat before, and Salt Lake gets the point.
Great work from Salt Lake there to apply pressure to the quaffle carrier. That was a solid wrap. Forces him to drop the quaffle, but unfortunately TCQC was not able to help him in time.
Nope.
Results in a 10 points for Salt Lake.
And Salt Lake has just great heavy hitters all around. Each one of their chasers can bring down any one of their TC Frost players.
Absolutely. Solid defense all around from Salt Lake.
Need 4 more, and if they catch the snitch, they need 1 more. Going for a fast break, TC Frost, arm above, beat, but it was afterwards. TC Frost looking to get the snitch, tie it up, changing levels.
Trying to go under the snitch for that catch.
TC Frost changing to defensive seeking.
Salt Lake really has not been making a push for that snitch. They're focusing on the Quaffles, trying to drive up that score.
Looks like TC Frost has all their beaters of Salt Lake beat.
Salt Lake Seeker going for that look, not quite succeeding.
Beat before on what would have been a good goal.
Score remains 70-100. Going for a drive on the TC Frost side. Ooh, getting beat out. Number 8 saves the ball, passes it back to number 31. 2 passes it to number 21. Great ball movement from TC Frost, saving that play and regaining control of the Quaffle. Oh, pass by the hoop and pass back, and that's a score.
Is that goal good?
I think they're gonna call, or the refs are discussing something. Goal is good.
Called good.
DCQC managing to come back into this game a little bit.
Looks like Salt Lake is gonna make a push for the Seeker. Clear. TC Frost gonna go beat out their Seeker.
The snitch is still going strong and has been for a while.
Entertaining the crowd. Williams going for the drive.
Ooh, and
blocked.
stopped. Oh, quick break. And a goal for TC Frost. Score is 90-100, and they're really closing in on Salt Lake.
I think it just goes back to the numbers that they have. It's been a very long game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the Salt Lake beaters cramped out. I don't think he's coming back in.
Salt Lake is running very, very low on subs. Meanwhile, TC Frost looks to have a healthy sideline ready. People are ready to jump in with fresh legs. It looks like the TC Frost Seeker is doing the snitch's job for him, keeping that Salt Lake Seeker away. Ooh, quick passing from Salt Lake, trying to go for that goal. Oh, turtled by TC Frost.
The snitch moving the Seekers around.
Oh, there's a catch.
And it's a... I believe the snitch was on the ground. Look clean.
The refs are discussing with the snitch.
No, they would need one more. The catch is good, putting them on match point for Salt Lake and bringing one of their chasers back onto the field.
Just when it was looking like Salt Lake might be running away with this one.
You mean TC Ross?
No, Salt Lake running away with the score. TC Frost started catching up.
Oh no, I misunderstood. I should probably eat something.
It's been a long day of Quidditch, folks. Game resumes.
Number 1, Leiden again. Looking for the opportunities behind the hoops. I just don't think it's working at this point.
1 goal needed from Salt Lake. Ooh, great beat up top. Going for that drive, and that is a goal.
Now let's see if Williams could thread the winning point.
Running down the field.
No.
Oh, premature pass.
Yep.
That chaser was not ready to receive that.
Salt Lake still retaining control of the bludgers. Every pass counts in these situations. It is not over until it's over. Nice screen from Ross. Resetting it to the top. And they're going to go for a squeeze and press. All right.
And ball is out of bounds and goes to Salt Lake hands.
Williams has
George
another
Williams.
chance.
Going for that same pass as before. Oh, and pass back gets intercepted by TC Frost.
Great call.
TC Frost with the quaffle, still aiming to even that score.
And
that is another point. Score is currently 110 to 135. Looks like we have a person down with an ankle injury. Bit of a limp. TC Frost is losing its keeper, so they have sent in a sub. But they could still win this.
it's not over. Not over till the last point.
Like I said before, I think that is one of the exciting parts of not having, the one single catch finish the game. It's just a way for teams to upset the game, which makes it a lot interesting to watch.
Salt Lake beaters are going forward.
Salt Lake aiming for that last final goal that they need to end the game. I'm sure they are all tired.
They want this game to be over as well.
Some of these players, I believe, might have been in the entire time. Oh, looking for that pass, but they don't find it. Ooh, gotta dive over to avoid collision.
And it looks like they just lost bludger control.
Bludgers are running wild. Beaters are out of play. Oh, the ball gets knocked out.
And there he goes. The value of George Williams on the team. He's digging deep.
That's always unfortunate when you're on a good streak and then an accidental bum gets the ball out of your hand.
I am surprised why they don't just open him a lane. They have bludger control, I believe.
The Beaters were very just broken apart during that game.
There it is. There's the lane. There's the
Change.
lane.
And no bludgers.
You're bigger!
Going for that pass.
And that's the game-winning points.
The game is done. Score is 110 to 145. That was Salt Lake City against TC Frost. Salt Lake City takes the win. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you for our next stream.
Don't say it.